fellas, now he's back here again with another review, which again will lead into a build series. What have I got on the desk today? Well, I've got on this. So this is Eduard's weekend edition of their BF110. Now, I've built a 110 before. It was a cyber hobby kit. It was okay. It wasn't the best fit in places, but it was okay. I've always wanted to build one of these Eduard kits because I love the Spitfire and not the newer version of the 109, but the older one was okay as long as you took into the account that you need to shave the engine or sand the engine in places to get the cowls on. Now I've got into this not even doing any, well, I've done a little bit of research and what have you, but I've not found out, you know, whether there's any fit issues and what have you. We're going to learn that as we go along. So this kit is it was flown by Lieutenant Felix Mari Banis in Malmi, Finland, and it's got a nice two-tone grey scheme on it with some mottling. I don't know if you'll be able to pick that out. Okay. So yeah, it's a nice looking kit. Comes in a nice solid box and full of plastic. So let's get into it and have a look. So to start with, we've got the instruction manual, and with this being a weekend edition, it's not in colour, it's black and white. But again, Eduard instructions are quite good. So we start off with the sprue map with certain, obviously, bombs and stuff, and looks like fuel tanks that we're not going to need with this particular build. So it's the E version. Oops. And we start off obviously with the cockpit. Looks like there's some nice detail with the seat, control stick and what have you. Onto the instrument panel, which would be nice to pick out. It does have a decal option, which we'll have a look when we get there, but personally I try and paint if I can. Onto the rear gunners seats and the cannons, underfloor cannons. Still on the cockpit, so this is quite a big cockpit with a lot of detail need picking out. Okay, so this would benefit probably from a photo etch set, which I haven't got, which I'm not planning on getting, so I want to build this straight out of the box. Again, more sidewalls in the cockpit, working through, adding the pilot to the rear gunners, and then closing up the fuselage, not forgetting to add other bits to it. Then we move on to the cannon itself, not the cannon, the rear machine gun for the observer rear gunner. Onto the cannons again, lovely detail here. You can really go to town in here, but don't forget it's going to be all closed up, so it's up to you whether you want to close it up or whether you want to leave it so it can just be tucking on and off. I'll look at that when I come to it. Not forgetting to drill out for the bomb racks, wings, engine nacelles, and then actually getting attached onto the wing. Underwing radiators, putting the aircraft together with the wheels and undercarriage. again, the wheels, undercarriage doors, exhaust stacks, and it tells you how to do it. Moving on to the glazing. So you can either have the rear glazing closed or open. Same with the front, closed or open. Props going on. And then onto the bombs and bomb racks. And then onto the stencils. And finally, the markings. Now, this one, yeah, it's got a little bit of colour, wrong colour, but that's easy enough to pick out because I've got that side. Colours all in Mr. Hobby Aquarius and what have you. Alright, like I say, it's a nice two-tone grey colour. Yeah, so nice instruction manual. We'll do the decals next. Only thing, this and the glazing, only things I've not taken out of these packets because I don't want it to damage them. Let's have a look at them. Very, very glossy decals with the swastikas, or swastikas so you can put them together. The instrument panel, you can't really see much on there, but I won't be using that anyway. Sometimes with Eduard you get dials like we have here, but you can get separate dials to be able to put on the separate parts. But other than that, they look really, really nice. You can actually make out the writing. Remember, this is 1/48 on near enough every of them, so it's good. Put that to one side. Put it back in the packet. I don't want to ruin them. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to have a quick drink. That's a cup of tea. We'll have a look at the parts, see as I've got them out here. Eduard clear parts are some of the best in the business. They really, really are. Now they're all straight hedges here, but they are so clear it's untrue. Okay, they look really, really nice. And you've actually got the framing. So this is quite a big canopy. So some might want to go down the route of getting a mass set, which then adds to the price of the overall kit, which, by the way, this was £19 delivered. So that's 19 quid for a model with open. There we are, open. With plenty of plastic in there. There are two types of, well, three types. You've got the one without the rear gunner, the other with the rear gunner closed, and the rear gunner open. Alright, so yeah, really, really nice. What I'm going to do, I've just put them in the case, in the box, so we'll push them out one at a time. So first one, this is Sprue H. Alright, as you can see, lovely riveting detail as per normal with the Eduard kits. There we are. And there are your two instrument panels. Oh, 1, 2, 3 instrument panels. Obviously we're all going to be using one. Yep, some nice detail in there. Next one, some of the landing gear and internal parts again for the cockpit sidewall. Not as finely done as some of Eduard kits, but again, still lovely looking plastic. Right, so we've got the fuel tanks and bombs, sprue. Not really much to write home about. The bombs, like the fuel tanks with the straps on. And then we've got the detail on the sidewall. A little bit of flashing places, but nothing to write home about. You know, easily dealt with. Nice texture on the control surfaces. Wheel well or wheel doors. Again, some nice rivet detail on there. Tyres, unfortunately 2-part. Those might need, the tread might need to be made deeper on that. The tread on the 110 was quite pronounced. Okay. On to some of the small parts. Part of the gun system. Really nice. Lots of small parts. Rifles or machine guns. They've got also the air cool holes, but they're not hollowed out at the end, so they're going to need some dealing with. Same as with the rear gunner. Quite disappointed actually. As you can just see, I hope that the exhaust stacks, there's no holes, none whatsoever. So I'm quite disappointed with that, because a lot of the other Eduard kits, especially the Spitfire, the exhaust is hollowed out, and then you've got your foot pedals. Fuselage halves, again, some nice detail on the fuselage. Nice rivet detail. And again, some detail on the sidewall, this side. And the wings. These wings are really nice. Some really nice detail. You can just see it there. All the way along, some nice panel lines, some nice rivet detail, some nice detail in the wheel bay. Yeah, so fairly nice. So that's the BF110. Some final thoughts. Some really nice detail on there, on the wings and the external, but some letdowns, like I mentioned with the exhaust stacks. They're going to require some work, some drilling out and what have you. But other than that, a really nice kit. So look out for this getting built soon. I've got 2 drying at the moment, so I might even start it in a bit. And I'll put up some photos at the end of the actual sprues. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ra.